Welcome back in, guys. As always, PalaDevin coming at you guys. We seriously gotta talk about some of my hype thrusters surrounding the Xbox showcase in 2024. There were some absolute bangers, so some of the ones I'm super excited about we'll be going over today. We'll watch the trailers for them and just geek out for a little bit. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, I figured it was time to suit up to a proper t-shirt because you guys know how I like to do my business. All right, guys, like I said, there was a lot that got unveiled at this showcase. It was a blockbuster of a showcase, gang. We're talking the likes of Doom, Call of Duty, Indiana Jones, Life is Strange, but also, I mean, God, yeah, I'm having to look over here at some of these that got listed, like Age of Mythology Retold, oh God, Gears of War, guys. So we're gonna dive into it, but I do want to refresher on just some of the ones again that I really enjoyed, and I dropped the first one like immediately. Can't even remember if I said Call of Duty as well, but Call of Duty was huge. It got its own separate mega direct. But the one that caught my attention right out of the gate, and I'm sure caught all of your attentions of one we're about to play, and that is for Doom: The Dark Ages. So let's watch this trailer, and then we will yammer a little bit about Doom, because this was crazy, you guys. Like, oh, I just want to try to remember everything. The biggest thing, as you're about to see, was a shield. I remember that. Oh, I could never forget that. Like, so let's check out some of these set pieces, man. Like, honestly, Bethesda and id, they have done incredible work with these Doom reboots. Like, okay. Then you got to get that super shotty. There we go. And then of course you got Mick. You can hear him. He's already getting ready to get fired up. And then it's freaking go time, you guys. Like this here, I don't recognize this gun from other Doom games. So it might be there. It could be blasphemy that I said that, and I'm sorry. Like, that looks like an enhanced plasma rifle. Of course, the shield. Dude, the shield. Like, now I do wonder, because if you guys know, if you played Doom Eternal, oh God. Yeah, for some reason that was, the audio wasn't pulling up for that, but if you guys played Doom Eternal and you played Doom 2016, they actually, like, combat-wise, despite looking similar to a dragon, that's right, they play very different. So that's like, that is my biggest question surrounding Doom, is like, is the Dark Ages going to play where you kind of do the ammo management a little more like Doom Eternal? Or is it just going to cut you loose the way that Doom 2016 did? And again, the people who have played the two, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you can be so merciless in Doom 2016. And I felt like, from what I played of Doom Eternal, that I almost got to be more calculated. And that's just... it's so different to me because I'm so used to being the Doomslayer and getting some straight killing done. But that is how they opened the show, you guys, with Doom. It was fantastic. Or, well, actually, I don't even know, man. I actually do think they opened it with Call of Duty, but this was right behind it. So even so, it's still in the show opener. You got, obviously, let's talk Call of Duty. but then you follow it up with just bam. Like, I love Call of Duty. I think it's a great franchise, but Doom's my shooter, baby. Oh yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, Ruby's tuning in for this one. Now guys, this was I know you guys are gonna think like, oh my god, all he wanted was shooters. Like, guys, Perfect Dark was a sneaky one, because this game, guys, has been in development hell.
I could see
it seems like anyway, like we constantly not really had any idea on if it was even going to be a thing or if it was just getting shelved anyway. So dude, just being able to see this, and this looks pretty in-depth, like, and I like the
how far to his
I'm
last
gonna touch on this
location.
the same way that I
also tracking his whereabouts.
the same way that I did a little bit with Doom. I feel like the arcade shooters starting to kind of make a bigger push, and I am all for it, you guys. Oh my goodness, this is like bleeding over. Let me fix that while you guys watch this awesome trailer.
What readings are you getting?
There we go.
We're getting odd readings from your monitor.
I don't know why it did that. I mean, it's still bleeding over a little bit. There we go.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
And the life we think we know turns out to be a lie.
There we go. All right.
There's only one way forward.
It lives now.
Find the truth.
Yeah, this is sick, because I
Scans
mean,
clear.
I like the gunplay, but
blind.
I like the spy stuff.
Carrington!
Like,
Damn it!
it's got a HUD objective meter.
Analyze. What
It's
am I
like a
looking
few
at
different
here?
types of ammo or abilities.
A research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that and see if it actually switches at any point.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Agent Duck.
I could use someone with your skills.
Man, you can feel the weight behind those, the pull of the trigger. Boom.
I had to lose everything.
Got him.
Before I could see. What this
my
world
face.
is really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
God, this looks
Once you
really
open this
cool,
door,
man. Just rewatching
there's
this
no
is
going
like,
back.
bro. Perfect Dark. Yeah, Perfect Dark. I knew that was one that I definitely wanted to talk about. We'll go ahead and set that on loop and mute it a little bit, because I think this is probably a better structure than what I did with Doom. Like, but yeah, going back to what I had mentioned, like Doom the Dark Ages, Perfect Dark, we're starting to see, I mean, Doom's been around though, like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, like Doom's still kicking it. But I'm actually kind of excited to see a little bit of a resurgence in the arcadey style the shooter. I mean, even Halo Infinite seems like it's come to adopt a little bit of the whole aim down your sights, proper military shooter that like everyone's doing right now. I mean, I saw it, I think it was at the Keeleys. There's a Delta Hawk, Black Hawk Down game that's coming out, and it's like, honestly, if I was looking at footage of this game, looking at Black Ops 3, it's like they're doing a lot of the same stuff. Now Black Ops 3 narratively I think is gonna be cool, but like And as far as the feel and appeal of shooters go, like, I like what they're showing in the Perfect Dark trailer. It's more than just run and gunning. There is some espionage going on, which that just reminds me of playing Perfect Dark back on the Nintendo 64, even playing GoldenEye. Now GoldenEye, okay, I know there's a lot of shooting in GoldenEye and in Perfect Dark, but like these objectives, like, you know, you're basically bat scanning, you're free running, we got some like Mirror's Edge action. There's a lot in Perfect Dark beyond just run shooty. And I love the subtle touch too that she's holding that pistol in a curve as well. That's classic Ada Wong. But yeah, Perfect Dark, this one surprised me. It looks incredibly cool. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, next up, of course, you guys had to know this was going to be on my list. It was our JRPG, our turn-based JRPG, Expedition 33. Yeah, let's check this out again.
Product not yet
give
rated.
This a rewatch.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders. Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death. Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Oh. All right, we'll kill the volume on that. Okay, there's a lot to unpack with this one, dude. All right, so you guys know me a million times over. I love JRPGs. Now, I remember seeing somebody on Twitter say like, hey, if you're a fan of like the 360 era, the stuff that didn't hit necessarily as hard, you know, keep an eye out. And I do think this was the game that they were talking about, unless they may have gotten false info about like a Lost Odyssey remake or something. But excuse me, but the main reason that I think that it wasn't like a Lost Odyssey remake or something like that is because this game feels like Lost Odyssey from a gameplay standpoint, and it does have a little bit of that aesthetic too as well that like Lost Odyssey had, or like Infinite Undiscovery had. Like it's almost, I'm getting Elden Ring vibes mostly from the trees, but then you got like this kind of steampunky, it's a mashup, but it's about to dive into combat, and this is where it feels the most like Lost Odyssey, where it's, you know, your timing, your abilities, probably to chain attacks. We got a little bit of Persona influence with the menu kind of zooming in. Hey, this is who you're controlling. I like that they're adding parry mechanics, counters, dodges, as well as we're seeing on screen, because that has turned into so much fun. Basically additions, as they call it in Legend of Dragoon, or if you time things right, you can do bonus damage, you can avoid damage, or you take less damage. Stuff from my game, guys, Sea of Stars, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, like these games that have already done a great job with this. Why not just continue to work that formula? Like, and it shows. The game looks interesting, it looks different, and I do think that's what they meant by the 360 era RPG. But yeah, I'll be watching for Expedition 33. So all right, moving on to the next one. Sorry about that. All right, guys, the next one was one of the biggest shocker surprises for me and Noisy. We were sitting there watching the show, doing our thing. We were not prepared for the next entry in the Life is Strange story. So check this out. Check this one out.
I swore I'd never use my power again. But 2 nights ago, I found my friend's body in the woods. I don't know who I can trust, or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead. So why can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Safi if I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Yeah, guys, that was such a surprise for us, seeing and not just Life is Strange, because I mean, Life is Strange, you know, it shows up at these events. I always think that they're pretty cool as far as reveals go, and the stories that get told are very deep and impactful. But the one that got me this entire reveal is I was just, hold on, is that Max from the first game? I was constantly dealing with it, and then there's a point she holds up a camera and I was like, no, this is Max. This is bigger than every other Life is Strange game for me right now. Like, after, so all the events of Life is Strange 1, then you get the prequel, the Before the Storm, which was really good, for the record. But then after that, you go running off into the weeds with a new cast member in Life is Strange 2, and then you do the same thing again in Life is Strange True Colors, which I do still need to get around to finishing. It is definitely a high priority now with Life is Strange Double Exposure coming out. This one matters a lot to me. Max Caulfield is a great character in the first game, I thought anyway. I would love to see how this character has developed. The story being told, of course, you saw at the beginning she made mention of vowing never to use her powers again after everything that happened in the first game. probably for good reason. So yeah, this is going to be pretty crazy, and I am all for the next Life is Strange, guys. October, let's go. Woo. Okay, y'all knew this one was gonna be in this video. You knew it. More Indiana Jones got showed off. This is my 2024 hype train game. I am so ready for Indy. The only draw about this one is like, okay, it didn't get a release date necessarily, but I don't care. I'm confident that it's still coming. And yeah, this just genuinely feels like classic Indy. So without further ado, here's that trailer, baby.
Are you sure you want to investigate this, Indy?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air! We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted a Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Our boss is sending all of his men.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide. Hey, you! Ciao.
Hey!
Hands behind your head.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes! And I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand! Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Ha 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 ha. You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer. I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure!
Wait! Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
We gotta get out of here. Help me!
The stone! The stone!
hab dich.
Play it day one with
Oh, we don't need that commentary necessarily. Though I will say Game Pass had a hell of a showing at the showcase. So many games coming to Game Pass, and that is incredibly awesome in my opinion. Guys, Indiana Jones, I mean, just just watching it again, this is only the second time that I watched this. I watched it yesterday and then I watched it today. Like, this game, it just embodies an indie flick, man. It like the love that Machine Games is putting in here, it is showing. Like, everything they're putting out, it feels like Indiana Jones. It feels so genuine. The music is all there. The freaking the quippy nature, the goofy fighting outcomes. Like, I love that. She hands a dude a grenade and pulls the pin, then they just scramble and everything. That's something you would see in Indy. Like, the box hitting that dude and then both of them just looking at each other like, whoa, and then just Indy throwing him out. That is stuff you would see in Indy. Like, all of these moments just remind me of the classic dude sitting there, showboating and everything, and Indy just pulls a gun and blasts him, man. That's it. This is Indiana Jones. It feels so authentic, and Troy is doing a great job as Indy. Like, he sounds so perfect. Like, are we surprised though? As Troy Baker, you know, he kind of does this all the time. He's incredible. Like, but yeah, Indy, as you saw, they didn't go, hey, it's coming out this day or anything like that. Like I mentioned before, I'm not super worried. I don't think that Indy gets delayed to next year. I think Indy's still on. And yeah, I'm there. The biggest thing I don't recall in the first trailer is them saying that Indy was coming to Game Pass, whereas in this trailer, yup, Indy's on Game Pass. So yeah, don't directly quote me there though, as far as whether or not it was in the first trailer. I just don't remember it being in the first trailer. So yeah, I hope you guys are as excited about Indy as I am, and if you are, dude, if you're excited about any of these, by the way, post up in the comments. Like, these are just a few of the ones I'm like the most excited for. So post in the comments about any ones that you're excited for as well, or if it's any of these. But as Sarah Bond did, we're not done. You see, we've got one more to talk about. All right, guys, I really want to drive the point home on this one. All through all of the press conferences, I caught myself kind of getting on saying, man, enough of these cinematic trailers. Want to see some gameplay. I want to see some gameplay. This was the biggest, probably the biggest reveal of the entire show, and it made me sound like a hypocrite because I just broke. You guys all know what it is. You know what it is. It is Gears of War. That's right, I've got the trailer up right here. I'm gonna play it for you, and we are gonna talk a little bit about this crazy, crazy trailer. Like, oh. All right, guys. Oh God! All right. I went into this. I genuinely thought we were gonna get Gear 6. You know, continuing on and everything. I love that they have gone to E-Day. And some of it does make sense from what like Phil was saying, talking about hey, you know, Rod Ferguson and Cliffy B, they're not doing their thing anymore. Like Rod Ferguson's doing Diablo 4. Cliff is just out there being Cliff, like doing his thing, man. So it's a different group. It's a different front runners. So I like that they decided to go to Emergence Day to kind of, I don't know, maybe revamp, retell. I mean, as somebody who loves Resident Evil and is enjoying the life, the crap, the whatever out of the Resident Evil remakes, these reimaginings, I'm really excited about what Emergence Day can do. And this trailer, it actually kind of brought back the horror element of Gears of War. Like Gears, it is an action game. It's an action set piece. It's an action series, but the first game especially had a lot of horror to it. It used darkness really well. Hell, there were entire chapters that were devoted to that darkness. So I really like that. I loved that they threw in Mad World, of course, because you can't have Gears of War without Mad World. The Mad World trailer is still one of the absolute best video game trailers, and that also showcased the terror that is in Gears of War. Like it's not just gunny, shoot and everything. That's one of the biggest misconceptions about Gears of War, is that it's just non-stop action all the time. Like the storytelling in this, like I felt myself I started to tense up even watching this again. And it's not from this battle with Marcus and the drone, it's when Dom showed up. Like everyone who has played Gears of War, this or read Gears of War, if you read like Astro Fields and everything, you know this bond that Dom and Marcus have. These guys are family, like full on Vin Diesel level family, baby. So just seeing a young Dom, seeing a young Marcus, like everything about this teaser trailer is perfect. It shows you, okay, you know, this when we played Gears of War before, oh, drones, they were just kind of cannon fodder. No, look at how terrifying this one drone is, and it takes everything from Marcus to bring it down. And then he's about to go. Dom saves him, pulls him up. You see the corpse are out there attacking the bridge. Like, guys, this is going to be awesome. This is something to be very, very excited about. Is a different approach, a different look at Gears of War. And it was great as well to see, I brought up Cliffy B earlier. It was great to see him come out on Twitter and say, hey, see, you guys didn't need me. The game looks amazing. It looks incredible. And he's right. If this teaser is any indicator of what we're going to get beyond the interviews with people saying, hey, this is kind of going more traditional, we're going back to what made Gears of War special. Guys, this is huge. All right, this is huge. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, Gears of War, man. Gears of War. I was hoping for it. And I got more than I had hoped for with Emergence Day instead of Gear 6. Like, that just, it made it that much more perfect. It really did. To be able to go to the events before Gears of War 1 and see a young Marcus and see a young Dom and try not to cry. Like, and what's nuts is, guys, I'm like, dude, I'm playing Gears of War right now, and this reveal drops. Like, anyway. All right, gang. Well, these are a few of mine. Like I said, just a few awesome games. I mean, Doom, The Dark Ages looks incredibly awesome. Mick Gordon out there just shredding it yet again as the Doomslayer gets his kill on. Perfect Dark, thank God you're still alive, Joanna, because we need this new Perfect Dark. I love the spy elements. I love the way that the pistol looks, that they're leaning into Perfect Dark and not trying to just, oh, everything's got to be hyper realistic and stuff like that. Like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like, of course, oh my God, guys, life is strange. My girl Max is back in the mix. Oh, dude, Life is Strange looks incredible, and that is around the corner. That's one that is on its way in October. So basically, right after we get done with our Pooktober PalaFest, with Alan Wake 2, by the way, we're gonna be looking right at Double Exposure Max Caulfield. I may play that one for the channel just because my girl Max, she's awesome. I am genuinely excited about that game. Dude, I am. And then of course Indiana Jones. Oh God, Indiana Jones. It looks incredible and it feels authentic. Like, it's so special what Machine Games is doing, and I don't know if they know, but I think Todd Howard knows how special it is. Like, this, it's so indie, man. It looks incredible. I know I left one out, but Expedition 33, the reason I saved those JRPGs for last is because they will hook me, and they will hook me for a long time. The game looks incredible. A brand new JRPG, a potential brand new series that could come from it. I am rooting for it. I love the elements that it's putting together. Again, chaining attacks. You got the Persona menu style, but God, you can counter, you can it's taking the greatest things from Sea of Stars and Persona and Final Fantasy, and it's just gonna be this mashup of something really special. But yeah, we finish out with Gears of War. I know I've talked a little long on Gears of War. I've been a fan of this series since it came out. This was why I bought an Xbox 360. This was why I went 360 over PS3 in that generation, and I never had a single regret for years because of Gears of War. It is so great that we will be Marcus and we will be Dom once again. Delta Squad. Oh God, a young Baird, a young Coltrane. Is he still playing Thrashball? Are we gonna get a flashback of him playing Thrashball? I don't know, guys. The sky's the limit on where they could go with Gears of War. But like I said earlier, please leave me a comment, leave me a like, stay tuned, stay in touch. I want to hear what you guys thought of the Xbox showcase. I want to hear what some of your favorites were, and of the ones that I listed, man, are you with me? Or are you excited about these, or are you skeptical about these, guys? Please let me know And you know what? As always, I'm gonna leave this one here, but I will see you in the next one. Hey everyone, as always, if you like this one, well, drop a like, subscribe, and tag that bell so that you don't miss out on the next one. Have a good one, guys.